Welcome, everybody. Are we sideways? I have to okay. Hold on. We just technical difficulties.
Trying to see what's going on.
We want to make sure we on the right side of things, not sideways. Did it fix? Still sideways? Oh, you cinema.
I guess last week just needed to be.
I'm trying to see if I. Let's see. Bear with us, guys, because they annoy me when they don't let us do this. Still sideways?
Mm-hmm.
How come it worked last time?
Is it telling you? Why is it still sideways?
It probably takes a minute to click over.
It is like, catching up.
The lagging.
Yes.
The annoyance, Facebook. Bear with us.
Okay. Now you ready.
I just went back this way. No, I don't want to turn sideways. Damn it, Bobby. All right, let's see if it turns back. Did it go back sideways?
Not yet. Yeah, it went back sideways.
Oh, you little cocksucker, mother. Whoop! Damn it, Bobby. How annoying are you guys? Facebook. Seriously. Can't do it freaking sideways. Going your man.
What's crazy is like last weekend.
It worked. Exactly. Whatever.
See what it see? It's good. Like,
Huh?
now it's upright. That's what I'm saying. Like before, like I don't know what was going on.
Yeah. You just want to mess around. That's all.
That's it.
Welcome, everybody. How's everyone doing? Let me tune in to it so I can share. You already know. If you guys don't know us, I'm Jess from Blessings Wellness Center.
And I'm Sheena from Sheena Unmasking Motivation.
And we are your hosts of the Rundown Show, -1. We're waiting for Josie to come back on. Hopefully sooner than later, Miss Josie, okay? What do we got going on today? I'll let you do it so I can focus.
We are talking about forgiveness today. The Rundown is having a conversation about forgiveness. And the question definitely is, have you forgiven everybody? Have you released them from it? Excuse the voice. Sinuses is a little acting up, and it's not COVID.
No, it's just her drink, you guys.
No, it's not even the drink. It's not even.
Not yet. Look,
Not
not yet.
Not yet, right? Not yet will be the issue.
Exactly. So forgiveness and the struggles that come along with it. Because we know, me personally, whether forgiving yourself or forgiving someone else takes some big pills to swallow. That makes sense. You gotta swallow that big pill.
It does.
You know what I mean? In order to let go, release, and move on. So feel free to share, join, like our page, comments, please. Like I said, just be patient with me.
Look, just be patient with us, period.
It's Friday, Freestyle Friday. Y'all already know.
I can say for me, it took a while because I used to hold so much in to where it's like I had to learn to forgive for myself, not for everybody else, because it's like, well, they did this to me and I wanted to hold on to it because that's what they did. And I didn't like it, basically. So eventually I had to come to terms that, it's more for yourself than for them, because if you're not forgiving, you're still holding and manifesting onto all of that. And they might be not even thinking about the situation that happened and going on with their happy, joyous life and just moving it on. But you got to do it for yourself in order to feel better.
To release it.
Yes.
Let go and let God.
Yes.
Once
Sometimes
you release that, it feels like you just released a 200-pound elephant, 2,000-pound. We know elephants are heavier. Okay? 2,000-pound elephant off of your back and your chest.
Because, a lot of times we hold them things, especially like if we've been hurt in a relationship and you felt that you gave a person your all, and then it's like it felt like they turned around and just really did some shit to you.
Stabbed you in your heart and some shit. Turned the knife, like they stabbed you and turned it. It's different being stabbed. What you stab and turn, for y'all don't know what I'm talking about, that's that gutting, guaranteed death thing. Yeah, that's like how it feels. Like you just died a trillion times.
Yeah, trillion times over.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you have a memory of when you didn't forgive somebody at first?
Oh God.
Shall I
count the ways?
One memory
that
you did.
Shall I
choose to forgive somebody? And have you forgiven them now?
Yes. All right. So. Yeah, we're gonna get down dirty.
Yeah,
we get down with this one. I ain't making the and I ain't even.
Listen,
can I get a couple more drinks from me before I start blabbering it out? Like
you don't gotta say
you're gonna put me all on Front Street with my forgiveness, okay?
Well, I'm putting myself on it
too.
So
I'm gonna ask you the same damn question.
Sure, that's
all right. We're gonna get real on the rundown today, y'all.
Rundown, forgiveness.
Getting real on the rundown.
Real.
Okay, so let me see. There's a couple incidents. Let's talk about this one. All right. So for most of my life, I struggled being fatherless. Not because I lacked the love and discipline for my mother, because she 10 times over, you know what I mean, came through for me. You know what I'm saying? So she's more than I could have ever wanted or needed. Ma, I love you. But
Ma, we love you
always. Mwah. But for those who can relate to me growing up, without a father in that case. It took me a long time to forgive him. And short story, basically he was in my life for like a couple years, barely, okay? And then by the time I was older and I wanted to reach out to him, I was like 13, 14. I asked my mom, I said, Ma, I want to talk to my dad. Like, I'm old enough now, I can speak up for myself, I can say how I feel, blah, blah, blah. I was feeling myself, teenager and all that. She was like, okay. So she reached out. He was living in Puerto Rico at that time. And she reached out, and then she got back to me a little bit afterward, and she was like, well, that he died. We just found out he died. So it must have been some kind of connection that we was having that I didn't know we was having at that time, because I wasn't tuned in to everything that I am now, that made me wanted to reach out to him, because maybe spiritually, this is just clicking with me now. You guys are watching this, right? This is just making total sense to me now. I'm having a whole revelation. Exactly. That whole enlightenment, thank you, Dad, is making sense to me now. Maybe because he was reaching out to me spiritually, either before he passed, you know what I mean? Because we could do that, okay? To get me to reach out to him, because he wanted to talk to me before he passed. Wow, that's so cool. Just had that whole revelation right there. Pretty cool.
Real on rundown.
Yep. Hello. Amen for that. So anyway, fast forward, I went through the little motions. I wasn't really upset. I probably shed like 2 tears. But I was like, whatever. But buried it. You know what I'm saying? Just buried it in. It is what it is. He didn't want to be bothered with me. So be it. Fast forward years later, as I'm growing up, and I'm in these relationships that are not healthy for me. I'm staying in these relationships that are not healthy for me. You got to do some soul searching. So I did, and a lot of drinking. Not for nothing, but a lot of drinking. But the way it just happened to work is that I realized then that the correlation between my relationships and where I was at with them, and it made me realize that I had basically daddy issues, and I didn't know. I was like, what the fuck is daddy issues? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm fucking 33 years old.
What
Who has daddy issues?
Like,
you know what I'm saying? I
that?
didn't know my father. Like, why would I even, whatever. But basically, what I had to learn was that, and what I did learn was that I was looking and holding on to men that I knew that wasn't right for me, that didn't deserve me, because of the abandonment issues that I had with my father. You know what I mean? So I didn't want them to leave me, and I didn't want to leave them, because I had that abandonment issue with my father leaving me and not, staying with me. So that took, like, it opened my eyes to be like, shit, okay. So when I did that, I released it where I forgave my father. Okay, I just talked to them because you can always just talk to them. They're there. All right. So I was just like, yo, Dad. I understand now. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, whatever. This is before I start my whole medium thing, which is afterwards, which is pretty cool because I connected him afterwards, which is awesome. But I was just like, you know what? I gotta forgive you. I gotta just let it go. It is what it is. You know, for whatever reasons you couldn't be with me. Blah 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 blah. I forgive you. And then in turn, I had to forgive myself for choosing to deal with the men I was dealing with, because subconsciously I didn't know what I was trying to hold on to, which was the relationship to my father. So that's my 2 forgiveness stories in one.
Look, boom, boom.
Beat that, okay?
Girl,
2 for 1 deal.
I think we all had that issue.
Yo.
Because I've been to that
That's
stage.
horrible.
Yo, I remember going to church and I had a pastor told me I gotta let it go. Like,
Wow.
literally, you know how they prophesy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, whatever you're holding on to, you gotta let it go. And it was hard, like, growing up. You see them, but they're not there. It's like, you see them around, and it's like you had that conversation, but it's not the way it should be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't even have that, so that's good for you.
But-
You had something at least.
But, no, not really. My mom raised me.
Oh, okay.
And they were in a whole other household, but I seen them on Sundays.
Okay.
So it's like, he there, but he ain't there.
Gotcha.
So it's even harder
yeah.
because
You
I'm
had
seeing
the
you,
physical presence,
but you not
but
there.
you're not building that bond, that relationship with your children.
So
like you
as I
should.
grew up, I had that misconnect. So it was, I was missing the part of feeling accepted. I felt like the outcast kid of the whole crew. Because, you had 2 in marriage and it was 2 of us that was outside kids. I was the oldest girl. So, it was hard. And like just going through life, trying to figure out why I'm not accepted and everybody else is, but to the world, you portrayed it.
Yeah.
So it was just like the whole concept of that. And I had to take a look in the mirror and accept me first. Because like you said, getting into the relationships that were unhealthy for me, dealing with people that I shouldn't have been dealing with, or even just having sex because I was trying to find love in all the wrong places.
You was trying to fill that void.
I was trying to
fill that void that we got.
Yeah,
from
and unfortunately,
that side.
what happened even worse is that I was looking at my brother as a father, and he died in 07.
Oh yeah.
So like to have him pass away, it felt like my whole world crashed. So I went from having him at least to not having anything. I mean, yes, I had my mother, I had all that, but it wasn't the same. Like my brother was the one that told me he was proud of me. He was the one that told me, I see you. You going to college. He was just there.
Yeah.
He was that man figure in my life, regardless of all the other people. He was that closest bond that I had. So, like, when I lost him, not having my father, I still was in this turmoil, wondering why. Why am I, because this is like, I'm looking at life like, okay, I'm still doing all this crazy shit.
Yeah.
Why am I still doing all this
Exactly.
crazy shit? So then when I end up getting into these domestic violence relationships, it's like, okay. So then going to therapy, understanding that I was trying to get accepted. I was trying to find the love that I didn't have that I was supposed to have.
That is so true.
So I was allowing these people. I was saying yes when I should have been saying no because I had theories that I would allow them to just still let people do certain shit. I do wear my heart on my sleeve, but I learned how to say no.
Yeah.
I learned
and
how
it's
to,
okay to say no.
yeah, I learned how to stop
Totally
helping
okay.
people that didn't deserve that help.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's like, I'm that one person that gives you the shirt off my back. But regardless on even what happened, I still was doing it. So it was like, okay, Sheena, you can't be that naive. You have to put that boundary up. Like, listen, they're not respecting you and they're not accepting what it is. So you gotta say, no, I'm not doing it.
Exactly.
And if you don't
Love
like
yourself
it, oh well.
Yep.
Yes, and I had to learn to love myself enough. Because, like going through different struggles, like even going through school if he was bullied, the self-esteem issues, you know, just the own little concept things I had. So I had to learn to forgive myself for allowing the things to happen in my life as well.
Yeah.
But like, just like one story, like moving up here, at the time I was dating a female. I was with her for 7 years, and I actually really, honestly, when we broke up, I was mad at the world at her because I left my whole family in South Carolina and moved up here. I don't have no family out here. I got the blood. I've made family after 18 years that I've been here, but my bloodline is not here.
Yeah.
And I moved up here to be with her, and I was with her for 7 years. And when we broke up, it was just like, why the fuck am I here?
Basically, hello.
Like,
say
I could have stayed where I was at.
I did all that for what?
I did all this for what? You know what I mean? Like
7 years later,
yeah.
Yep, basically.
And it's just like, really, this is what we doing?
Yeah.
And it's crazy because Karma do has this name because she actually had somebody hurt her after we broke up, and she felt the pain that she gave me.
See, God don't like ugly, y'all.
So
It'll
she
come back
apologized.
when it comes back.
She wrote me a whole letter. Like, listen, I
Some
had
people,
stopped.
sometimes they gotta go through this shit to realize what they put somebody else through it, and then it opens their eyes up. Like, damn, I was such an asshole. I was such a bitch. Like, why did I do that to her? She didn't deserve that. Just like I didn't deserve it when so and so did it to me. And then they come
crazy because I stopped talking to her for like a good 3-4 years. No words, no contact, nothing.
Yeah.
Like, we were friends before. So like I just had no words. And one day I'm at my job and she came and brought me a letter, and I'm looking at this letter. I go in the back and I read it, and she's apologizing. I'm like, oh, okay. But still, yet at that time, I still didn't forgive her.
Yeah.
I still didn't forgive her. It took me to go through everything I went through from, because what's crazy is we stopped talking in 07. I lost my job in 07. I lost my brother in 07. So 07 was this crazy year. And then I started drinking, and that was just a spiral, and like I ended up in the hospital. Like, and my pimples was enlarged, to whereas I had to be in the hospital for 2 days. So that was my wake-up call, like, okay, what the hell are you doing?
Exactly. Get it
So
together.
from there, I then just started getting myself together, and then when I went through the domestic violence relationship and went to therapy, that's when I finally figured out, Sheena, this is what you're doing, and you keep doing it to yourself because you're allowing it. So that's why when I told you about that mirror, and I had to stand in front of it, and I had to apologize to myself because I allowed myself to go that deep and that low to allow people to just talk to me any kind of way, treat me any kind of way, deal with whatever I was getting, whatever. But I had to learn that self-love, that self-worth, that self-esteem, that, you know, I know what I'm worth. I'm a queen. It's not,
Like, boom,
this
I
is
mean,
not
look at us.
happening.
Look at us. We are fabulous. No. But we are, though.
But it was just that awakening of forgiveness is a big thing. It's like you said, it's a whole ton.
Yeah.
Lift
Like,
it
once
up.
you release that, you're like, shit, why didn't I do that
A
like
long time
15
ago.
years ago? Seriously. Like, I could have been like,
too busy holding on to it because it's like, nah, they did this to me. No,
Yeah.
no.
Yep, we're too busy, we're too mad, and we're scared too because once you have all that feeling, you get comfortable in that feeling.
Yeah.
So when you realize alright, I'm comfortable in this feeling, you get scared to let go of that because you don't know what to expect. You know what I mean? You're like, okay, well, I got all this baggage that I've been carrying for 20 years. You know what I mean? My body's accustomed to carrying this baggage. You get used to it. You know, you build muscle up, you know, whatever. Then you're like, shit, what if I just leave this shit here and just fucking walk away? You know what I mean? Like, what do I do now? I've been carrying this forever. Where do I go now? Like, where do I do? But you have to put that fear aside and choose you. Not the baggage, not the other people, you know, that you've been dragging along with you. Just choose you, choose yourself first. Leave that shit at the door and just continue to walk forward. You may not know in what direction you're going to go, but just keep going straight. That's it. And it'll all make sense to you afterwards.
Yeah. Like, to be honest, I actually had an incident where, like, it was just a conversation sometimes that you have with people that you eventually have to forgive them for too, because sometimes, like, even when I first went through domestic violence, you have some people that ask me, like, did you not see the signs? Why did you stay so long? And it's like, you're on defense mode at that point, so it's just like sometimes the conversation gears to other things, and it's like, you know, I had to learn to not be so defensive
Yeah.
with that, because, you know, they don't understand.
Exactly.
They didn't walk in my shoes.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't know why it went the way it went. Like with my last domestic violence, like my abuser, I really had to forgive them because they took me through a world of trauma. Like getting stalked and somebody like literally like stalking you. It felt like your whole life was taken away from you. Because
and that's something you still deal with to this day, because you worry about your surroundings and, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just that uncomfortable feeling.
Listen, and it was the worst.
Yeah.
It was the worst. But I had to learn to carry my life on because I can't stay caged in the house.
Exactly.
It's like, listen, I got too much power to be in this house.
I know that's right.
Not spreading my words, speaking for the people that can't speak for themselves.
Amen. Hallelujah.
So,
say it again, baby. Say it
for the people that can't speak for themselves. What it said, dope.
Yeah. Definitely.
So, now I looked up the topic and they gave 5 questions that you should ask yourself about forgiveness. The first one said, can anything be done to change what happened?
Well, if you're asking yourself, can anything be done to change what happened, then clearly, no.
No, probably not.
Because you're already asking yourself that. You know what I'm saying? Can you think of what can I do to prevent this from happening again in the future? Yeah. Think about how you can prevent it on your end, and think about how you can avoid it from their ends.
Yeah, definitely like with like various. Like you have to, like I said, I have to learn the word no. So like going to therapy, learning the word no gave me now a different borderline. Like, all right, this is me. Say I'm the cup, and this is my circle. If I don't allow them in here, it won't happen.
Exactly.
So it's like you see the signs, and then it's like, okay, they can be at the line, and you can back them on up. That's it. No.
Give me 6 feet. I need 6 feet.
Look, 6 feet plus 6 feet. Give me 12.
Yeah, give me 12 for you.
6 for social.
Exactly.
Then another 6 for everybody else.
I need 12 for randoms and 6 for the close ones. Okay, that's as far as they're getting.
Then the next question says, do I allow myself to make mistakes?
You should allow yourself to make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Not a single soul on earth is perfect. Okay? So allow yourself to make mistakes. You know, and learn. Allow yourself to learn from your mistakes. Alright? So the whole process, like I said, that I had to go through, I'm like, okay, well, why did I stay with so long? Because I realized that I was holding on to something that was out of my control. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't control whether or not that person wanted to leave me, but deep down inside, I've been wanting to leave them, but I was just holding on because, you know, of my issues. So, learn that it's okay to not be in full control. Learn from your mistakes. You know, ask your questions. How can I learn from this? How could I make better judgment? Or, you know, how can I move on from this? You know what I'm saying?
And then also, why are we holding on to it? That's also a question that asks, why are you holding on to this? Like, you know, sometimes you have to ask yourself that question. Because, like, even being in relationships, I ask. Like, I do the pros and cons. Okay.
Yeah, me too. I'll be having
why?
to see this whole
Because it'd be like, why?
And there's probably something in here right now about my man. Like, do you want to marry this motherfucker? The pros and the cons. You know what I mean?
You got
think about it. You got about T-minus 2 months. You gonna go through with this shit? I am, baby. I love you. This fucking shit.
But you have to ask.
Turkey and cheese for life.
Look, you like him like
he won't let me say ham and cheese.
Kid, like
he won't let me say ham and cheese. Reese's peanut butter cups for life, baby.
All the goods.
There you go.
But you know, like I definitely had to start weighing the option too, like pros and cons. Why am I dealing with this person? Why is this person still in my life? Is there benefits to this person still being around? Like, are they bringing any positivity in my life?
Exactly.
Because there's times we are around negative people.
They just suck the living
and they just
everything out of you.
Yes. And it's like, sometimes we hold on because we see the good.
Yeah.
And it's like we're trying to help. But if they can't help themselves, then it's like a lost cause.
We can lead them to the well, but you can't make them drink, honey.
And that'd be the hardest thing sometimes with us. Because we hold on to the good that we do see, but they don't see it. So it's like you gotta let it go.
Yep.
Because it's like, I tried. Because if you keep trying and don't, you're gonna drain yourself, and
you're not gonna have no energy for yourself and the things that you want to do, because you're investing it all in somebody who can't even invest in themselves.
Yeah.
So it's pointless. You know what I mean?
So it's like you give them the tools, and it's like, you know, people, and if you have friends, family, whatever, it don't even matter. If you give them the tools, you've done your part.
Exactly.
You can't feel that, oh, well, because a lot of times people are like, oh, I can't, because they're going to fall on their face, or, oh, I got to help because they need this, or, darn, if I don't help them, but it's all those but which maybe come. But we got to remember, you are only one person.
Mm-hmm.
You got to give them the tools, and they got to be willing to take the tools to do something with you.
Exactly.
Because once you give it to them, you've done your job.
Yep, that's it.
You've done your piece.
Let them do the rest, because if they get accustomed to everybody doing it for them,
You'll be
guess
their
what?
clutch.
They're never going to learn how to do it on their own. You know what I mean? So, going back, the question was, why do you...
It says, why am I holding on to this?
Yeah. So, a lot of people hold on to certain situations, relationships, you know, things that are not good for them, just because they get comfortable in that level.
Mm-hmm.
So, breaking it down like in a spiritual kind of sense to it, when your energy, because say, you know, my energy is hot, baby, okay? But let's just say for years, I've been around somebody's energy who is lower, way lower than mine, okay? So, sucking the shit out of me, you know what I'm saying? No homo, but, you know, sorry, I said that, but you know what I mean. Woo! Sucking it out of me. They bring my energy all the way from up here to down to them, okay? So now, I forgot how it was to have all this amazing energy and be everything that I am. I get comfortable being in this muck.
Mm-hmm.
Like, ugh.
I just said misery like company.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I get comfortable here, like, and you forget. You forget how happy you was. You forget the things you used to do. You forget smiling and laughing and joy and all that good stuff, you know? And you just get comfortable being in that negative energy. So then, because now your energy is negative. But once you release that, okay, and move forward and rebuild your energy, your vibes, and get them back high, like, damn, I should have fucking left forever
Long
ago.
time ago.
You know what I mean?
Because the thing about it is, a lot of times, sometimes it's like we get lost.
Yeah.
We get lost in that little misery whirlwind.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and you try to hold on to the good times that you did have. So it's like, it was this, but now it's that. And it's just like, all right, how much of that
Keep
is
track.
this?
Keep track. When that starts outweighing this,
It's time to let it
it's
go.
time to go. Okay?
It's time to
So
let it
you're
go.
like, all right, well, I had 3 good years with him, but the last 8 years, girl, you should have been left. Bye. Adios, see you later.
Look,
It's not going to get any
what
better,
you're
honey.
seeing now is what's been there.
Yeah, but it's not going anywhere, love.
It's not going
Now you're
anywhere.
just wasting your years away. And it's funny talking about that because, excuse me, a lot of my readings talking about forgiveness, because they've been popping up a lot lately too, so that's probably a good sign. Thank you, love you.
All right.
In my readings where, let's say, like yesterday I had one, and it was telling, who was it? It was forgiveness. I can't remember because it'd be coming and going. But it was something with mother. Getting me. Anyway, forgiving herself. Basically, it was for them forgiving herself. Okay, it was for my client to forgive herself because she was blaming herself for something that I think happened years ago. You know what I mean? And it was like, you need to let that go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you hold on to it for so long, and you don't realize how it changes you inside by holding it on. You know, holding on to it. It's like, all right, listen, I gotta let that go. It is what it is. Either I fucked up, I'm sorry, forget, you know, give your apology out. And if they don't take it, guess what? Oh well. But you got it off of you.
Yeah.
You released it. You know, whether you can write it down on a piece of paper.
I was about to say the same thing.
You
Like
know
I
what I mean?
wrote it and burned it.
Exactly. But get it off.
Get it off.
Release it. Forgive yourself. Now, when it comes to forgiving, that's what the other thing was. Yeah, it's been coming a lot this week. Wow. There was some. Yeah, I know. See how they work? And then the other one was the person, like, needed to forgive the other person. But when I tell somebody, when I give them a reading, it's like, because it's like, okay, they get the forgiveness card, right? And then I asked, I'm like, well, do they need to forgive themselves, or do they somebody they need to forgive? So they're like, oh, it's so and so they need to forgive, blah blah blah, whatever. So I'm like, okay, well, here's the forgiveness card. I feel like you need to forgive this person, but on your own time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it has to be authentic and it has to be genuine. You can't just be like, all right, I forgive.
Yeah, like, okay.
It just doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You have to feel it in your soul, and when you are ready. Nobody can tell you when to forgive somebody, because that's your feelings, and that's what I was telling her. I said, your feelings are valid, and know that they're valid, but by you holding on to it, it's only going to weigh you down more. So when you're ready and you feel like it's time to forgive that person, however you want to forgive them, you know what I mean? Put it in a note, send a text, burn it in a piece of paper, whatever. Do it. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to feel so much better within yourself. And that's what people forget. They forget that when you forgive somebody, it's not for them. It's for you. You know what I mean? It's for you to benefit from it. It's not to, oh, please forgive me because I fucked up a million times. Blah, 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 blah. And then don't think, oh, well, okay, I forgive you. It's for them to feel better about themselves. No. Like, they need to figure out that own shit on themselves. They need to forgive themselves for fucking up. You know what I'm saying? With the person they hurt. But you forgiving them just releases that energy that they have on you that lingers, and it's not a good thing to carry.
No, not at all. The last thing it says is, how can you use this as an opportunity to grow? Well, I definitely use mine as an opportunity to grow. That's where that book came from.
Hey,
listen, that's where that book came from. That took a lot of growth, because even me writing that book, I wasn't sure I wanted to put it out when I first finished it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I forgave as I went through the process of therapy and writing the book and going back and forth. But it's like, I finally really, like, once I put it out and I actually started talking about what happened, that's when my really release of forgiveness started, because I was letting it out. I was taking the onions, like peeling the layers back.
That's
you
a
know,
whole lot.
and it's like, as I peeled the layer back, every time I was just throwing out the gunk.
Yeah.
I was taking it away, like, because when I first used to talk about it, they cried, like, it used to hurt. Like, man, it's like, it's not like, okay, it happened, but it's like, I did it.
Exactly.
It happened, but I forgave them and I've moved on. I don't wish no bad on them. Whatever their life is theirs, but just leave me alone.
Out of it and alone.
Because I've been asked the question. They was like, would you, be friends with them? Would you, would you want to talk to them and hear forget? I don't need their forgiveness of them personally telling me in my ear, because I've already forgiven them. So if they haven't forgive themselves,
that's on them.
But I took and forgave myself and forgave them and moved on.
Exactly.
Do I want any bonds and friendships? No.
Don't need that.
But I'm good.
Exactly.
I've moved on.
Yeah.
Have a great life.
C'est la vie.
That's it.
Goodbye.
That's it.
That's true. And it's funny because you said with you writing the book, that's how one of my things I had to, like, which we're going to plug all our stuff in a little bit, guys, stay tuned. But I wrote a book years ago. I don't plan on publishing it at all, you know what I'm saying? But it was very therapeutic for me, because here I am writing, I go, well, this is a great topic, I'm sure a lot of people probably went through it, people need to hear my story and how I overcame and blah, blah, blah. Thinking I fully overcame the shit, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't until I put paper to the pen to the paper. I always say that backwards. Pen to the paper, Jessica. Okay? Where reliving it and writing it down, it brought up all these feelings and all this, stuff. And then it opened my eyes up to how I interacted in how my role in the story played. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't always the goody two-shoes that I thought I was. But reliving it, I'm like, damn, I was a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I was a major bitch. Like, shit, I would have did that to me too. Like, fuck. So I went through the whole process and saw things in a newer light, where I came out of that having to ask for forgiveness on my end. You know what I mean? For my role in how I did things and how I reacted, and especially for a lot of things that I did. So I came out of that thinking that I was gonna be like the heroine of the story, but I actually was like the villain. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm like, I was gonna come out like, oh, I'm on top, I'm stronger from this. You know what I'm saying? Blah blah blah. I came out like, damn, I was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And it was because I was in such an ugly place, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Because being stuck in a relationship for so long, and how it changes you when you're not happy, has you doing things when you're not happy that you think things you normally wouldn't do if you was happy. You know what I'm saying? So by the time I was done with that book, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I was the one asking for forgiveness, and it was good because, and then I forgave myself. You know what I'm saying? I forgave myself because I was like, all right, well, asking those questions, is there anything that I could have done that would have changed that situation? No. You know what I'm saying? Why was I holding on for so long? Whatever the other questions were. You know what I'm saying? But asking myself these questions, I learned to forgive myself, because it's like, okay, you're only fucking human, Jess. You know what I'm saying? 90% of me is good, but that was that 10% of me.
We all have that 10%.
You know what I mean? That was ugly. That fugly.
Did you say fugly?
I was fugly.
Did you say fugly?
Like, if I would have saw my aura back then, it probably would have been like black. Like, not good. But only towards one person, because that's where I was putting my energy into. Everybody else, they loved me. That was still good. That one person that got that 10% of fugliness. And that's why I apologize too. But, go ahead, babe.
I know some of my forgiveness came also was going through a spiritual journey. Yeah. And some of that came from me acknowledging some things like, all right, in order for me to get to my next level of spiritualness, I have to forgive, because if I'm holding on to that, I'm still being mean and evil. Like, I still, and I can't preach people to tell them to let go the baggage.
And you still holding on.
And I'm still holding on, carrying the bags, like, give me the luggage, let's go. Exactly. So it's like, how can you preach to the people if you're not doing the same work? So I had to do the work along the process in order to be able to do the manifestations of speaking and motivation and dropping my mask down, because, like I'm still working through it, and I still have my moments.
It's always a process.
Things.
Every day is a process.
But from where I've been to where I am now, I see the big difference.
Yes.
Like, I've had somebody tell me, like, they seen me when I was at that worst, and they see me now, and they're like, wow, you're a totally different person. Like, your whole energy, your whole aura, just everything is different. And see, now, when I used to stress over certain stuff, like, oh, this is what happened, I look at it more as, you know what, this is something bigger that's coming. This is why this is going on. Because when the devil see you shining, he will use anybody to then try to darken your cloud. Yep. So I learned to continue to let my light shine regardless on what's going on. Because every times I've dulled my light because somebody may feel some sort of way. Or I've let myself not speak about something because, oh, that's going to hurt somebody's feelings. But this fiery Sagittarius
sucks
now.
To be you, boo. Sucks that you gonna get it all this light, let it shine down on you.
Yes, because I've learned that my ability to be who I am, I can't settle to be nobody else.
Exactly.
So it's like, either I'm not gonna be Sheena, Stefford wife, robotic. Yep. I'm gonna be Sheena, who I am, what I'm about, and it's either you accept what's coming with it or what don't. Because yes, I am sassy, I am melty. But you'll have people, oh my God, you're this. Well, that means you knew I was this when you met me.
Take it and go.
Take it or leave it.
You don't like it?
And then
there's a million out there that do, baby. They're waiting just for you.
And you have to learn to not settle. Yeah. You have to forgive yourself from settling for certain things. Yeah. You have to forgive yourself for just allowing stupid people in your life sometimes.
All the time.
Because we have allowed idiots in our lives sometimes. Like, oh my God, why did I do that?
Exactly.
But, you look back and like, what was the lesson?
Yes. And that's what you
came
gotta
from
do.
that.
Exactly.
Instead of, because you know,
It's either a lesson, a reason, a season, a lesson, whatever the saying goes. You know what I mean?
because
They come in your life for a reason, or a lesson, a
or
season.
you know, a reason, a season, or a lesson. That's how I see it.
Boom.
You know, and I take every category for what it is. Because I see it as either I was supposed to be in their life for something to show them something, or they were to teach me something for me to get better at something. Because I feel that it's always a test of something.
Yeah.
And you got, and you know, it's either you're going to pass,
Yep.
and then you go into the next level, or you're going to fail, and you got to do it again.
All
This is
over.
why you got
Repeat.
another idiot.
Repeat. Yeah, I learned that lesson a few times.
So it's all about balancing a lot of things. So like now, my whole journey to forgiveness is so different.
Yeah.
Cause like I even have to, you have to forgive personal people in your life too. Like I remember a conversation, and it's like I had to forgive them for it because the way it came out, I felt like it was just not okay.
Yeah.
So I learned to speak up about how I feel.
Yeah.
Instead of just allowing
And that's
it
so important.
and not saying like, hey, you made me feel like this.
Yeah.
This is how I feel when you said such and such. Because you'll hold back and be like, do I really want to have this conversation?
Exactly.
But I've just learned to like listen. You gotta have that conversation.
Speak your truth and live in your truth. Don't let nobody take your shine away. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing that kept coming up this week too, was speaking people's truth in my cards, in the readings. People hold back.
What chakra is that?
Yeah, that's your throat chakra,
throat chakra.
baby. That's your throat chakra.
Yeah.
Speaking your truth. Owning who you are. Speak how you feel. Your feelings are valid. They're your feelings. Other people don't have to respect that. They don't have to, even appreciate it or even acknowledge it. But you know what? You don't need them to, because those are your feelings.
You don't need the
And
validation.
if you have to get it out there. You know what I'm saying? And own it.
Just remember that you don't need anybody else's validation but your own.
That's a whole fact.
Know that who you are, and just respect what you are and what you're about. Somebody can hurt you. Don't sit and let it manifest inside you. Let them know they hurt you. Or if you hurt somebody, be big enough to say I'm sorry.
That's it. But y'all fucked up.
We sometimes have the hardest thing of saying, you know what, I did some shit that I shouldn't have did. I fucked up. My bad. And we take that and be like, damn. And we know we
and
fucked
drag
up.
it.
And
We drag it.
And just
like I should have.
I should have just said sorry.
Like, yo, remember 10 years ago, I fucked up. My bad. Like, I did really curse you out under my breath, but
type shit.
I ain't want to say it out loud. Yeah. But just that's another form of releasing, forgiving yourself. You know what I'm saying? And having them be able to hopefully forgive you.
Yeah, because we are not perfect people.
No,
we all make mistakes. Like, not all done things. So if you have not forgive everybody that hurt you already, do it.
On your own time.
But please do it. Because it will feel a whole lot better.
You're going to feel that whole weight.
If you have somebody that that said sorry and you're still holding on to it, figure out if there's a reason why you're still holding on to it and why.
Yeah.
Why are you still holding on to it? Because sometimes the reason why we're holding on to it could just be because we're just still angry about it. And then there's like,
then you got, I was just going to say,
you got to go through the
whole process. You got to do the work.
Yeah, you got to do the work.
Got to do the work. Ain't shit going to come easy for you. You're going to be like, think. Oh, okay. No, you got to do some soul searching. Yeah. Okay? Dig down deep. Get to the root of that shit. And then pluck that bitch right the fuck out.
Yeah.
Look, sometimes you need a whole fucking 6 feet down under to get to the whole root of the problem. But once you dig that bitch out and you throw that away, guess what? It's gone. It ain't gonna replant itself. It ain't gonna come up 10 years from now. Because when we be in a relationship, you be like, I remember 4 years ago you fucking did this, you motherfucker.
And then that's what happens with some relationships.
All the time.
They're together.
They didn't really never really forget.
Y'all say y'all forgive each other, and it's still bringing up the past. If you're not gonna forgive them, either you let go or you move on.
Basically.
Because if not, it's gonna keep coming up in y'all issues as y'all try to move on.
That was what I was learning when I wrote that book. It was like, in my mind, I was thinking, all right, I forgive him, we moving on, blah, blah, blah. But in my heart and in my soul, I never forgave him. Yeah. And that's why it just manifests and it grew ugly and ugly and ugly, and then the ugliness just started coming out of me and made me an ugly person. You know what I'm saying? And that's a whole nother story. Okay, I'm not going to incriminate myself on the rundown, but for those that know, you know the story, okay? So with that being said, you guys, you know, just try your best to remember that it's okay to forgive. You know, you're not forgiving for them, you're forgiving for yourself and on your time. Can't nobody force you to forgive them or, you know, forgive yourself. It's all in your time and God's time, always. Before we let you guys go, I don't know how long we've been on for, babe, but
it's 7 o'clock. I don't even know.
you don't know either. But any hoochie.
That's so any hoochie. Lord
That's
Jesus.
all. That's all. We're going to that's all this bitch out right now.
That's
okay?
all.
Alright, so you guys, we need your help. We need your help with promoting and helping us share our women's empowerment benefit that we got going on September 19th and the 20th. Okay, that's a Zoom event. It's going to be an epic weekend. We have 22 performers from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's $25 for one ticket, $40 for 2 tickets, and then you get a full copy of the entire event sent to your email so you can watch it at your own convenience, okay? We're going to run down real quick. Rundown on the rundown. The list
of the empowerment.
Exactly. The list of the entertainers, okay? And I'll let, you're going to do the 19th, right, babe?
Okay.
All right.
Excuse me. I clear the
Let me clear my throat.
See?
Ah!
See?
Let her, and
let her out the
I
house.
only had 3 sips, y'all. This is natural.
We let her out the house. She don't know how to act.
Clearly.
So at 11 o'clock, we have Jessica.
That's
She's last
me.
name.
Oh.
See, I ain't about to mess it up. What's your last name?
Castaneda.
There you go.
But
Yeah.
you can say Castaneda. That's fine. Yep.
Owner of Blessing Wellness Center and a lot of other things.
I go, you ain't.
11:30 to 12:15, we have
Heidi. We ain't gonna mess your name up either,
we
baby.
ain't gonna mess your name up either, Heidi.
Yep.
At 12:15 to 12:45, we have Charities.
All right, hold on. Let me help her out. All right. So 11 to 12:15, we have Heidi. She's a Reiki master, owner of, co-founder. That's what she wanted us to put. Ripple Effects Spiritual Therapies. Okay, she's going to be helping with grounding women and walking in the beauty, followed by a drum journey. So she's going to present, plus she's going to do drumming, which is amazing if you guys don't know. After her, we have Cherise Perez. Okay, she's going to be talking about grief. I know, right? And she's going to talk about grief and understanding youth. Okay, that.
Then we have Diane Collins. She's talking about electric soul, poetic health, and being your authentic self. We have Ebony of Classy Cat. She will be performing. We have
Christina.
Listen, the words got a little. Christina.
I know. Roberts.
And then we have Shavina Richardson, founder of Her Temple Monologue, HTM, performance as well. We'll have Tila Vita. She's an author and a life coach. We will also have who's that, Kira?
Yep. Kiki, love you,
She'll be talking about anxiety, managing anxiety, depression, and staying motivated and goal-orientated.
That's a hard thing to do, babe.
And then we have Leslie B. of Tarot Vibes. She'll be talking about a loss isn't a loss.
Oh, where's the rest of it?
Well, that's all that's in this one.
I know, that's weird. What happened there? Go ahead.
I was about to say, you sent me both of them.
I know, but it's not. Because then after that, we have, no, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, that's it on this one. This is
I'm gonna look it up. My bad. Wrong pick. I only took like 50 million of them.
Yeah, that one's
Screenshot. Where are they? Oh, it's on that phone, that's why. So baby. But anyway,
maybe
so
we'll
who's after that for? So
that's it that we have.
After, no, we have somebody.
Don't ask me who's at 5 o'clock.
I'm gonna join.
I don't have that right here on me.
Give me technical difficulty, guys. Let me join. Let me get on that web. Yeah, the group chat. Sorry, apologies. As
Listen, that's why we said we do mistakes.
It's why we
This
do
is
it.
human.
Why we do. Okay, here we go. Boom. So Leslie B, okay, she was just on the rundown, you guys remember. She's going to be talking about a loss. It's not a loss. It's a lesson. Appreciating pain within the blessing, okay? And then 4:30 is Tony. That's my Reiki master. Shout out to you, babe. She's going to be coming in talking about the vibrations and crystals, okay, essential oils, and using mindful intentions along with how to keep yourselves in balance. All right, and then at 4:35 we got Miss Ang over here. Okay.
Oh, she done mastered motivation.
Yes, honey, and she is gonna be talking about all other things. Okay, and doing a couple poems too, right, babe?
Of course.
Hello.
No.
All
God
right.
bless him.
Amen. All right, now we're gonna bring it to Sunday. All right, don't forget this is a weekend event, so you got Saturday and Sunday, 11 to 5. I'm going to be starting off the day, you know what I'm saying, with my little bing a little bit. Okay, I might throw a couple little surprises in there for you guys.
You never know.
Hello. And
Gotta come
then,
and find out.
basically, and then we got Miss Alicia Surgic. All right, she is the owner of Exo Styles. All right, and she also has the Black Business Spotlight. All right, and she's going to be talking about what it takes to create and maintain your business. At 12, to 12:15, we have a performer that we haven't locked in yet. So if you guys want to come and perform, women only, no disrespect, guys. It's about, okay? It's about us today, this weekend, all right? Every day is about us, but whatever. So if you guys know of a performer that would like to join us, we do have one spot open for a performer on Sunday. 12:15 to 12:45 is Miss Mary Payton. You guys met her here. She's a shamanic healer. Okay, she's a shaman. And 12:45 to 1:15. I guess I'm just rating this down, huh? Look, you know, she'll want to help the kid out.
I don't even know what is it?
She's
I'm in the zone now.
all right.
No,
So
I'm messing
anywho,
with does mine still stop?
12.
This one's still cut off.
Yeah, you know what? I'm in the group chat. 12:45 to 1:15 is Miss Krina Colsar. All right, she's a Mary Kay consultant. Go ahead, you go off.
1:15 to 2 is Veronica Gord.
Gonzalez.
No, Vera G is what I know her.
How you don't know how to say Gonzalez?
Because I call her Vera G.
Vero. Love you, babe.
See? AKA Vera G.
That's what I did.
Poet,
Vero
author,
G. Boom.
TV, radio host. And she's going to be talking about our documentary film, Through Our Eyes, Behind the Mask.
Now
and
talk about
performing
that
the
real
song, Don't Cry. That is definitely an awesome short documentary film that will be here coming soon. It is a story through different variety of individuals of what they've been through, of their survival story and how they survived it. It's we basically giving you different atmospheres of how life can happen and how you can also turn it around. Because just because you end up going through a situation doesn't mean that has to be your last decision of what's going to happen with your life. Because a lot of us get stuck. So we are here to give y'all domestic violence awareness, give you a little history of what happened to people and how they overcame their situation that they had dealt with.
Amen. Boom.
Boom. Now, hold on, gotta open the phone back.
Well, see, all right, well, I'm next. At 2:45, we got Lag. Hopefully I'm saying her name right. All right, she is the owner of Lady Beast Management and Lag Music Entertainment. All right, she's a host of Radio Pushers. Okay, and she's going to be talking about importance of body language, professionalism, and versatility, which is super important, guys. Okay?
Yes,
You got to be versatile. 2:45, 3:15, we got Miss Martine Corte. Okay, she's also a host of The Boss Morning Show at 95.7 in Nebraska, right?
Yes.
Boom. And she's going to be talking about the importance of having a side hustle. That's seriously important. A lot of people found that out the hard way this year,
Especially
with the whole COVID thing, all right, where their funds became super limited, if any, all right? After that, we got Ms. Quana Lachey. She's a certified accountant. She's going to be talking about the importance of maintaining your financial information.
Get it now, y'all. Come
Balancing
get that
it all out,
financial stuff.
right? Yes, come get that information. After that, we got Sibby Lavaz, okay?
Yes.
She is an independent artist, and she's going to be talking about the struggle of being in the public eye when dealing with PTSD and how hard that can be.
Yes, it is.
All right, after that, we got Miss Nyla Collins, okay? She is our RN, and she's going to be demonstrating demonstration on Cavi Lipo, okay, here.
Cool.
So she's going to do a quick little bing, bing, bing so you guys can understand how it works and see what it's all about, okay? After that, you're going to end with,
You know, I love.
all right.
I gotta come up with some things for 2 days. Love Jesus.
Exactly, both things. So it's going to be a fun-filled event, and it's going to be empowering, uplifting, inspiring, educating, you know what I'm saying? And because this is what we're all about. It takes one to help one, you know, and we're all here to help people out. And like I said, the event is for 2 days, and if you don't have all day, which normal people don't, but if you do, even better for you, to watch it, you'll get a full copy of it to your email so you can keep it, watch it whenever. You can share it with whoever you want to, you know, and just have on deck. If you ever are feeling sad or, you know, you feel you want some motivation, just pop in, you know, click on that email link, boom, you know, click to, you're going to have the whole program. If somebody hits you and touches your soul, you're like, all right, I can fast forward to 3 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? Because this person, what they said resonated with me, and that's something that I need to hear again. So that's the goal of it,
Guys,
right?
get your tickets. Come. It's you know, it's an empowerment event. You know, like she said, even if you don't have time to watch it that day, you can always watch it later. So, come on.
Come true, come through.
Come true, come true.
Come true and support. I mean, support, support, support. Oh, and talking about support, we are also going to be accepting donations on behalf of YWCA in Troy. Okay? So if you guys want to drop donations off, you can just message me. I'll keep it here in the office, and then we will all bring it there after the event with everything that we gather up for them. Okay? Last year we did Unity House, and they were super thrilled with the donations that they got, and that was around Christmas time, so that was beautiful. This time is September, it's fall time, school time, you know, whether the kids are going back to school or not, whatever thing that you can bring for people, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, the smallest little thing, it doesn't matter. It's always the thought that, yeah, it could
something.
Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree.
I love me
Listen,
some Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree.
Girl, every day I go in there and spend $4 to feel like a fucking princess.
Yeah.
I come out home like, ooh, look what I bought for $1, baby. I'm so happy. Exactly. It's always the thought that counts, you guys.
It is.
So
we gotta still, you know, people are having hard times these days. So just
the struggle is
just
real.
pay it forward.
Yeah, and that's what we're all about. Helping, uplift, and spread the love. Spread the love
we
and the
love,
light.
so we love it. We sharing love. So come share love with us.
Okay. What we got going on this week?
Well, will be on a book fair tour starting tomorrow. It's gonna run for the next 8 weeks. Don't know exactly what platform it is. It's gonna be through Zoom. So when my interview is shot out, I'll shout it out onto the page so that y'all can watch it, share it, and continue to share with other people. I'm on a panel with 4 other people for my week. And every week it's 4 different authors that is sharing their story. I just did a podcast yesterday, which came out on Spotify today.
Nice.
And it's called Platinum by Rock G. Also, I was on a podcast on Sunday. It was called Feel Good Talk. Y'all go like his page, follow him. That's Charles.
I did follow him.
And I'm just out here inspiring, and I'm trying to wrap this book up so I can put it out and get it out there for you. And
Get it
of
done.
course, I talked about the film, which will be coming soon, and I just can't wait. Like, it's been a rocky year, but still eventful.
Exactly.
So I take it as it goes that, maybe I needed to sit down for a second to get my book together.
We all needed a timeout. That's what it was. We all needed a timeout. All right, so over here at Blessings, you guys, we have a lot of BOGOs, okay? Buy one, get one free. We have buy one, get one free Cavi Lipo. If you buy a Cavi Lipo for 1 hour, you get a free 30-minute session of your choice. Except massages, okay? We have buy one, get one free Reiki, okay? Buy 1 hour Reiki, you get a whole hour of Reiki free. That's who the lady that you just went to.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay.
Yep, she was like, oh, I walking on air.
Yes, because she
Reiki
looked
is-
like she was just like, hey.
Amazing. Okay. We also have buy one, get one 30-minute session. Oh, that's the whole Cavi lipo thing. Sorry. Booty.
Booty,
Booty, booty,
rocking
everywhere. Booty, booty, booty. I don't know if you've seen that picture that I posted.
Yeah, I seen it.
Nay.
I posted it
Woo,
on my
her
page.
booty went. She already had like a little, nice booty, but that went from boom, bada boom,
better come
bada
get
boom.
them lists.
Like you could go to that, okay?
Come get them lists.
Yes, honey, voluptuous lifts, okay? Buy one, get one free. This is all August sales, all right? And then we have the buy one, get one. If you buy a laser lipo, you get a free booty. So it's booty August. Still time to get your booty right for the beach, all right?
Yes. Still early.
We have also the whole raffle, you guys. If you guys haven't seen, I can post again. And all we ask is that you share, like, comment, and help promote the Women's Empower benefit, all right? And that's simply by doing that, you get entered into a raffle with a chance to win up to $500 worth of services, gifts, and tickets to
You better get on it.
I know, $500. $500. But you ain't getting
Man.
$500 cash.
But
But you're
it's,
going
you
to
know,
get $500 worth of shit.
Some stuff.
Okay? Some good shit. You're going to get $300 worth of any services that you want, minus the massages. Okay? So you can get your body done for $300. You can get your mind right for $300. Whatever. You're going to get 4 tickets to the event. All right? And then you're going to get $100 gift certificate for something else. I can't remember. Whatever.
But you go.
Just like, share, comment,
Yeah.
and boom, and get entered. It's that simple, all right? I'll repost it again so you guys can share it. Anything else? That's it. I'll be here tomorrow. If you guys want to come in and shop, come on down, all right? But make an appointment.
And make sure you bring your mask.
Because I got the sanitizer. I actually got extra mask in here, too, because I ain't playing it.
But just in case.
Keep that mask on. Keep washing them
healthy.
hands.
Make sure you wash your ass.
Yeah. Wash your ass, too. Wash your ass and your hands, okay? All right.
All the above.
Everything.
Keep them hygiene up.
Exactly.
We love y'all.
Always.
Friday.
Deuces.